Lions, the greatest kings of their element. There are all sorts of myths surrounding these predators, that they are lazy, that they sleep for hours and force females to hunt instead of doing it themselves. It seems that they do nothing and get all the benefits on a silver platter. But is this really the case, or is it just a side of the same coin? In fact, the laws of the lion's pride are very cruel. Adult lions rarely die of old age, and their reign in the pride averages only 2 years, because there is so much competition. There is a very high price to pay for all the benefits. In this issue, you and I together will understand the life of lions, their way of life, and their principles. Today you will see 6 ruthless lion fights to the death caught on camera. Get comfortable, it's going to be very hot. Here we go. Number 1. We are immediately transported into the thick of things, where an uninvited stranger has entered unauthorized territory and has been foiled by the 2 young lions of pride, who run the territory. I don't know if he acted consciously or just took a wrong turn, but for the lions any penetration into their territory is tantamount to a declaration of war. Therefore, as a rule, the pride, which dominates the territory, acts immediately. In the life of lions, it is common when a male has to fight 2 or 3 males of the neighboring pride at once. In order to win back territory, females, and the opportunity to rule over more resources, the lion has to fight with every adult member of the pride. If he wins, he proves his right to be king and takes his place. But in our case, the lion simply did not enter his territory intentionally. This is evident from the way the 2 relatively young males quickly surrounded and suppressed the intruder. In other words, he was not ready for a skirmish, so he had to take a defensive stance. Lions use a clever strategy. One distracts, and the other tries a deadly neck tackle to neutralize the enemy. But he doesn't do it well, because lions have one distinctive feature that, like high-class armor, protects their necks from biting. It is a huge mane. So the guest manages to escape after all. Yes, not quite in one piece, but still alive, he soon leaves the scene of the skirmish. On the channel, Animal World, you'll see the best content you've ever seen. If you're interested in the best animal videos, confrontations, and battles, please subscribe now so you don't miss new videos. And they come out every day for your entertainment. Number 2. And here's another case of a hungry lion trespassing on territory other than its own. He entered another pride's territory in search of food. This often happens when, as juveniles, lions leave their home pride to eventually establish their own. But as it was said before, when a lion enters another's territory, it is fraught with huge consequences. He can not only lose the opportunity to hunt game, but can easily lose his life. As might be expected, the males inhabiting the local pride are not long in coming. Together, they attack the intruder from all sides, inflicting fatal injuries on him. The male fights back as best he can, for he was ready for such aggression. But apparently he overestimated his strength and got into a huge trouble. The last blows of the participants of the pride turned out to be the hardest for the guest. After that his hind limbs simply failed. Our guest is at a great disadvantage, because he not only has to defend himself, but he also has to keep his whole torso with only 2 legs. Because he knows very well that if he falls, it would be a fatal mistake. Which would be fatal. In the end, the guest still manages to fight back, but at what cost? The lions of the pride retreat, and our guest is left alone in the wilderness. Number 3. The next incident takes us to Africa, where a battle for the pride takes place in the middle of the night. Eyewitnesses have managed to document a lion competing for the right to be the king of the pride. According to the rules of the pride, to take the leading place in the food chain, the male has to defeat not only the real king, who is the father of the pride, but also his entourage. They are made up of young lions and lionesses, who are also not infrequently engaged in fierce battles. As in this example, we see how the female desperately defends her position in front of the pride and its ruler. After all, the leader of the pride has been defeated and now it's up to the alpha female. With her powerful claws she claws into the muzzle of the conqueror and tries to inflict maximum damage on him. The alpha female decides to fight to the last, because she understands that she is the last frontier before her cubs. Because besides her there is no one else to protect them. Pride conquerors are not known for their paternal love for cubs other than their own. Therefore, the first thing when a male takes over the pride, he kills all the cubs of the previous king, in order to assert his right to supremacy. While the male is busy with the female, a young lion sneaks up from behind in the hope of repelling the alpha female and pounces on the conqueror. Naturally, such an attack is quickly parried by the experienced warrior, and the young lion backs away in fear. During the battle, the alpha female has sustained serious wounds and lies on the side, while the conqueror quietly brushes his mane and celebrates his victory. Number 4. And the next plot shows us a case where females get rid of a weak male. In prides, there is often a displacement of the old leader in favor of the younger and more promising one. Therefore, it is not uncommon for the pride to split up when the females unite and neutralize the old male. In the laws of the lion's pride there are no feelings or love. There is only perspective and instincts. The females are well aware that the old lion will no longer be as able to protect them and fulfill his functions. Moreover, there are always many young applicants to take his place, not only from other prides, but from their own family. Guided by their survival instinct, they decide to get the interfering male out of the way so that a stronger challenger can take his place. Such cases are not uncommon in the wild and are normal. Number 5. The following case is rather an exception to the rule, but it still occurs. The case when the alpha female challenges the rule of the alpha male and tries to undermine his authority among the other members of the pride. There is only one way to get into a direct confrontation with the king in a deadly battle. For lions, the measure of one thing is your strength. If you are strong, then you are right. In fact, you have to be a very desperate female to stand up in normal consciousness against a strong male who is much larger and stronger. That is why such cases are very rare in nature. Naturally, the forces are not equal. It is difficult to say now what the female was counting on, but the result of the fight was predetermined at the beginning. The lion quickly knocked the female down with a powerful paw strike. After that, he quickly performed his crowning punch. Everything happened so fast that the female could not do anything. Number 6. And now we are transported to Africa on safari, where the king of the pride defends his primacy as king. The king has to fight 4 pretenders to the throne at once. It is important to emphasize that he has not only to intelligently defend themselves, so he did not suffer injury. He also has to actively attack the assailants. It's a tradition in the pride that those lion cubs that don't leave the pride in due time have the right to claim the throne of their father. Therefore, when they grow up to a certain age, young lions either leave their pride to create their own, or stay and, when the time comes, engage in battle with the king. We can clearly see that the attacking lions are not particularly experienced. We can see from the movement that they do not act at their full strength. They are afraid. Nevertheless, they are outnumbered, and if the king gives weakness, it could end badly for him. But the leader is not ready to give up his throne and easily shows the youngsters that he still has some powder in his powder box, that it is too early to write him off. After several unsuccessful attempts, the lions abandon their plan to overthrow the ruler and retreat. The life of a lion is very dangerous and short-lived. It consists of numerous fights, which often end badly. Even in his own pride, the lion does not feel safe. That's why he always has to be on guard. From this, lions rarely, ever die of old age. What I personally liked most was how the lion was able to fight off 4 lions at once all by himself. What did you personally like about it? Be sure to write about it in the comments below. So that was 6 ruthless lion fights to the death caught on camera. If you liked the video, give it a like and write what you think in the comments below. To join our fun and get the latest videos from our channel as soon as they're uploaded, all you have to do is click the subscribe button and the bell. And that's it for now. Thanks so much for watching. See you again.